I've got social media influencers that make the grades. Shakira singing beautifully, then a rat invades. I am a real mermaid when sanity fades.
Oh, my mermaid.
Possible real merbody definitely biodegrades. But first, dangerous work, she may need some band-aids. Mermaids. Mermaids are hot right now. Everybody wants to be one. There are merschools, merpageants, and merconventions. Just watch out for the creepy fans, or merverts as they're called. People even get jobs as mermaids performing at aquariums. Kids can take a selfie with a real mermaid. Of course, there are dangers involved. This mermaid got her tail stuck on a rock and had to untail. It's like finding out there's no Santa all over again. This woman was eaten by a huge fish. Most of the time, though, the mermaids just swim around looking like the mythical creatures that they are. Here is perhaps my favorite sexy mermaid. Mermaids. Where do mermaids come from? Well, that's one theory. It is often suggested sailors, after months at sea, mistook sea cows for mermaids. I get it, that's a sexy sea cow. This mermaid-shaped lump of rotten flesh, nicknamed the globster, washed up on the shore of Papua New Guinea. And a couple recently discovered this mermaid skeleton on a beach. Still yet to be determined what they are. Finally, this video was recorded of a mermaid sitting on a rock near the coast of Kiryat Yam in Israel. The town offered $1 million for proof of existence. The footage then appeared as part of a documentary by Animal Planet called Mermaids, the New Evidence. Many people believe the doc proved that mermaids exist, but if you look closely in the credits it says certain events in this film are fictional. In fact, the scientist from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, Dr. Paul Anderson, is actually an actor named David Evans. NOAA even came out with a statement saying they were not involved and mermaids aren't real. If you look up David Evans, you can see he was an actor, and according to his LinkedIn, is now a game designer.
Hi, we're in studio with Dave Evans, a video game director.
Mermaids. Good chance if somebody tells you they're a mermaid, they probably aren't. A drunk woman in Louisiana was skinny dipping in her neighbor's pond and refused to get out, even when the police arrived. She claimed she was trying to be a mermaid. Once out of the water, she charged the cops, punched and kicked, and threatened to kill them. More of an old-school mermaid, the kind that lured sailors to their death and then ate them. This woman wandered around the streets in Fresno, California in nothing but a sports bra. She had apparently been swimming because her hair was wet. She claimed to be a mermaid named Joanna. Suspiciously, she did appear to have 2 webbed toes on both feet. Finally, we have this woman, who was under anesthesia when she said,
Took my legs, and they've turned me into a fin.
She went in to have her wisdom teeth taken out and was very upset to learn they turned her into a mermaid.
I don't have legs because my fishtail. I feel like a mermaid. Oh, my mermaid.
Mermaids. The first actress to wear a mermaid tail on screen was Annette Kellerman, a professional swimmer. She brought sex appeal to the half-human, half-fish. She was also the first big star to appear naked on screen and popularized the one-piece bathing suit. She was even arrested for wearing it in public. This is what women swam in before. Next, we have the mermaids in Peter Pan. They brought the mischievous, darker side of mermaids.
We were only trying to drown her.
Here we start seeing the iconic shell or starfish bras. There is some question as to how she is keeping these on, and of course the internet has an answer. Splash captured the whole in love with a human and wanting legs. We also get to see what mermaids eat. Daryl Hannah, who is a strict vegan, cried after every take. Disney digitally covered up her ass in this shot because they didn't want their mermaids to be too sexy. Which leads us to the Little Mermaid, who was super sweet and bubbly, very unlike early depictions of mermaids as evil, seductive creatures. However, we haven't totally gotten away from sexy, dangerous mermaids. Shakira is unquestionably hot in her video for Copa Basia. That is until the rat jumps onto her set. Mermaids. This is Hannah Mermaid. She is a mermaid influencer. Everybody's an influencer these days. She made her first tale at the age of 9 after seeing the movie Splash. She is super cool, using her popularity to protect marine life. She swam with whale sharks to publicize the impact of shark finning, with manta rays, and it led to the worldwide protection of them. Free-dived with a great white with no armor or cage to show they were not to be feared. All this in a mermaid tale. On the other end of the scale, we have Karagi Mermaid on TikTok, who claims to be a real mermaid, but not the sweet, pretty kind. She has webbed hands, sharp teeth, and gills. Apparently, she lives in the middle of the ocean, hundreds of miles from land, which has led some commenters to ask where she charges her phone and who is taking the videos.
Okay, Patrick, start the movie!